Have you ever felt like there are two of you living inside your head? There's the you that wants to wake up early, crush your goals, and be amazing. And then there's that other voice, the one that says, maybe tomorrow. It's a constant battle, a war within. Well, in this explainer, we're going to give you the battle plan to finally win it.
And this war, it's fought every single day in these tiny moments. You want to wake up, but the voice says, just hit the snooze button. You want to eat healthy, but it whispers, come on, one little bite won't hurt. And we've all been there. Just 2 more minutes on your phone turns into a whole hour gone. Sound familiar?
Now get this, the scale of this is absolutely staggering. We're not just talking about a few big choices, we're talking about up to 150,000 of these tiny little debates inside your mind every single year. That's hundreds a day. And who wins these arguments moment to moment is what literally shapes your entire life.
So if you're going to win a war, you have to know your enemy. And for our purposes, let's give this enemy a name. Your inner devil. Now this isn't some evil spirit, it's just that ancient, primal part of your brain that is obsessed with comfort. It hates difficulty, it loves excuses, and its only mission is to keep you safe and comfortable right where you are.
And its main weapon? It's not brute force. Oh no, it's way smarter than that. It uses false logic. It never says never do it, it just says don't do it now. It gives you these perfectly reasonable sounding excuses that make procrastination feel like a brilliant strategy. I mean, a fresh start on Monday sounds great, right?
And this right here gets to the heart of the whole conflict. The part of you that wants to grow, we'll call it the hero, runs on logic and reason. But the devil? It runs on feelings and emotions. The absolute genius of the devil is that it hijacks your own logic to appeal to your feelings. It uses your own intelligence against you. And this whole process is so slick, so fast, you don't even see it happen. You're trying to focus and then bing, a notification. The devil doesn't scream, go waste an hour. It whispers, just a quick look. It could be important. And by the time you look up from your phone, an hour has vanished. You've been played.
All right, so how do we start to fight back? It all begins with our very first rule, and it's a powerful one. It's a direct counterattack called the law of opposite command.
The rule is just as simple as it sounds. The second you hear that voice, that suggestion from the devil, your job is to immediately, without a single moment of hesitation, do the absolute opposite. It's a shock to the system. You don't argue with it, you don't debate it, you just act.
So what does this look like in real life? The voice says, sleep 10 more minutes. You throw the blankets off that very second. It says, I'm not in the mood to work. Well, guess what? That's your cue that this is the perfect time to work. It says just one more episode. Nope. You grab the remote and turn it off. You just do the opposite.
And believe me, this isn't just a nice theory. This is how elite performers operate. Take someone like David Goggins. When his inner devil says, it's raining, take it easy, he doesn't just go for his normal run. He goes for a longer one. He uses the excuse as fuel to do more. He's actively training himself to do the opposite of what feels comfortable.
But here's the catch. The opposite command is useless if you can't even hear the devil talking. And as we've said, its voice is usually part of our automatic unconscious thinking. So that brings us to rule number 2, and it's absolutely crucial. You have to develop the power of awareness. In fact, let's try a little experiment right now. I want you to actually pause this explainer for a second and just ask yourself one simple question. What is my very next thought? Go ahead, do it. So, what happened? For a brief second, your mind probably went completely quiet, right? Blank. Why? Because the moment you asked that question, you stepped into the driver's seat. You took control back from the autopilot that runs our minds 95% of the day. You became present.
Okay, so now you have the awareness to hear the voice, and you've got a counterattack with the opposite command. The final step is to go to the source. It's time for rule number 3. You have to reprogram the mind itself.
See, your inner devil, your subconscious, doesn't really speak the language of logic or to-do lists. It speaks the language of feelings, emotions, and powerful images. So to change its programming, you have to talk to it in a way it understands. You have to make it feel the success you want.
And if you think this sounds a little out there, think again. This is a core practice for the best of the best in the world. We're talking about athletes at the top of their game like Virat Kohli and Cristiano Ronaldo, superstars like Shah Rukh Khan. They all use visualization to program their minds for success.
You can actually try this for yourself tonight. It's so simple. As you're lying in bed, close your eyes.
Don't just think about waking up at 5:30. I want you to feel it. Feel the energy as you jump out of bed. Feel the cool air on your skin as you go for that run. Live in that feeling of success for just 5 minutes. That's the message your subconscious understands.
So there you have it, the 3 rules. Rule 1, the opposite command. Rule 2, awareness. And Rule 3, reprogramming. This is your battle plan. Think of it as a 21-day challenge. 21 days to practice turning this internal enemy into your greatest ally. And here's the most important part. The goal is not to kill the devil. You can't. The real goal is to get the devil and the hero on the same team, to unite them. Because when your primal drive for comfort is channeled toward your higher goals for growth, you become one single unstoppable force. Look, this war is happening inside of you every single day, whether you're paying attention or not. So the only real question left is, starting right now, who are you going to let win?